So this is second demo session that we are taking right now. I hope today I think a few people are newly attending to the session.
Hi, sir. Yes.
Yeah, hi. Am I clearly audible to you? Do you face any disturbances or feeling any disturbances in my voice?
Hi, sir. Rakesh is speaking.
Yeah, hi Rakesh, how are you?
I am fine, sir.
Yeah. Rakesh Ranjan.
Yeah.
That's fine, Rakesh. Yeah. So before I go into the concept of DevOps with AWS,
Okay.
I know that everyone are interested in learning the concepts. Before I do that, let me introduce about myself. So those people who are newly attending to the session, I'm just introducing about myself. Hi everyone, I'm Chaitanya. So I am the senior DevSecOps engineer in a topmost MNC company with a level 5 consultant level. And I am having my certifications related to uh, Kubernetes. I'm a certified Kubernetes administrator, and as well as I'm a AWS professional level certification holder, and as well as I am having my Red Hat certifications, and I'm having my Microsoft certifications. And previously, before I give the trainings from 2014, I used to give the trainings to the candidates. So I trained the candidates on the Microsoft from 2014 to 2018. Later, I shifted my journey towards AWS. So right now currently I'm working with the AWS and DevOps. So yeah, so that's about myself. So can I expect your introduction, so that I just want to know what are your basic experiences and why you want to learn this course called as DevOps with AWS. Anyone can start their introduction. Or do I need to call them?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shweta, go on.
Yeah. Good evening, all. So my name is Shweta. So I'm having 5 years of experience in a QA. So I'm working as a QA manual tester. So the thing is, like, I'm just looking for the new things. Like, the thing is, why I choose DevOps means I have a two option in my mind. So one is a Python automation and the DevOps. The thing is, since a few years back also I have took a QA automation course from the DURGASOFT only. So due to some reasons, personal reasons, I couldn't complete the course. So that's why, like, I was this time also I was trying to take automation only. But the thing is, some of my friends and all, they give me a suggestion that so it's better to go for the DevOps, since I have experience in the QA as well. And the thing, and there is a more what do you call, long life for the DevOps as well. So they suggest me go for the DevOps. So
That's good. Yeah.
yes, and they said me as well, like in the DevOps also, though, there is an opportunity. I have to learn some programming language, any one of the, like, either Python or some other languages I have to learn. So it's better, like, only going for the Python automation. If I go for the DevOps, I can learn Python as well here for the scripting.
Okay, fine. We'll discuss about that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So your expectations are DevOps with Python. So here we will be training you on the basic Python, not the complete Python concepts. Okay, the basic Python scripting knowledge we are going to provide you. Any which ways we will discuss about that when we go in deep into our concepts. Okay. Yeah. Next. Thank you, Shweta.
Yeah, thank you.
Next. Those who are attended from the last session, thanks. I'm not mentioning you all. Yeah. Viplav or Rakesh.
Hi, sir.
Hi, Viplav.
Biplav here. Good evening, everyone. My name is Biplav. I have 6 years of experience in application support. Currently, I am working for a banking project. Here, I can see, like, means there is no opportunity in application support in the future. So everyone is looking for the DevOps with application support. So better, that's why I am looking for DevOps any of the cloud platform. That's why I joined
Okay.
this call.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, that's okay. So let us get back to the main point. What is this DevOps and why we need to learn the DevOps? What are the opportunities that you are having in the DevOps? Before I go into DevOps and the AWS and all the things, let us see, are we using these DevOps in our day-to-day life? What you will say? If I ask you, are you using DevOps in your day-to-day life? Not like development and integration. I'm not talking about that. Are you using DevOps in your day-to-day life?
Yeah, sir.
How you can say that?
Yeah, sir. In day-to-day life, I upgrade my skills and habits. That's why you said that
Okay.
DevOps
So
operation.
now, why I said you here in your day-to-day life, whether you are using the DevOps or not. Are you using any applications, Swiggy, Zomato, or Book My Show, IRCTC, or any applications that in your mobile? So every company previously, whenever before DevOps is there. So if I want to implement an update, it is used to take some months. Okay, but right now, every day Google is updating some hundreds of builds. Every day it is automating the entire configurations. Every day the application Swiggy or Zomato is updating their application. Every day, the rest of the applications, whatever you are using from the day-to-day life, every application is instantly getting updates. Quicker and faster updates are there. Automation is there. So manual involvement is very less, even though the manual involvement is less, but you have to write the code, you have to execute the configuration. So for that, definitely you need to have this configurations. You have to understand the DevOps concepts. So DevOps is becoming a crucial part in our day-to-day life. Not only that, cloud is also become a very crucial part in our day-to-day life. So we'll discuss about that. But before I go into that concept, so what is the actual path to learn the entire cloud computing and as well as DevOps? So whatever the DevOps with AWS, DevOps with cloud that you are interested in. So to learn this entire cloud or to learn this entire DevOps, the
Yeah,
process
sir.
is, Deepak, can you
Yeah,
mute
sir.
yourself, please?
हाँ सर बोलो.
Okay. So whenever we are discussing about the concept of DevOps, so first of all, you need to know how we are going to learn the process. What is the roadmap to get a job? So obviously there are the people who are interested in getting the job here. Okay, they are joining the course for clearing out their jobs. Okay, so what is the way to clear out those interviews and join in a job? What is the roadmap for that? So the basically you have to understand about Linux, and then you need to understand about AWS, and then DevOps. So if I have to divide DevOps, I can divide DevOps into two parts, DevOps part 1 and DevOps part 2. Okay. So what is this part 1 and part 2? So whatever the movies that you are currently watching. So in the same manner for DevOps also you are having part 1 and part 2. But in this course, we are going to clear out the complete DevOps. Okay. And then if you are still interested in learning multi-cloud environment, then you can learn Azure. And finally, my request is that go and get training on the Python. Python clear-cut knowledge is required. So basically here we are going to provide a basic understanding about the Python. Okay. So now here, what are the different concepts that we are going to cover? Basically, we are going to divide our entire course into multiple modules. So the course will be somewhere equivalent to 16 weeks of course. That is 4 months. Sir, really, it is going to be that much big. So I'm not saying that I'm going to run it parallelly. So I'm going to go day by day. Every day we will work with some of the commands, and we will work with some of the what I can say, some of the practicals. Then within 4 months, I will say that 4 months is the boundary, but within 4 months also we can complete the entire course. So what is the curriculum for this entire course? You said that let us discuss about the syllabus. The syllabus will be Linux, So from basic to advanced. Basic to advanced. What is the origin of Linux? How Linux was developed? And then we will discuss about basic commands, and then we'll discuss about networking commands, package manager, everything we are going to discuss in the Linux operating system. Basic to advanced Linux operating system that we are
We
going to
will
discuss.
We will learn Java with DevOps and AWS.
No,
No.
Java is not included in this course.
Okay.
It's not a full stack course. It's a DevOps with the AWS.
Oh,
Okay.
only no. Okay, DevOps is okay. Okay.
So this is what you are going to learn. Linux, basic to advanced version of Linux we are going to discuss, and then we will be discussing about shell scripting, which is very important for you, and as well as Python scripting. It is becoming an automation tool. Python and shell both are becoming as an automation tool. So we are going to cover these two things, and later we will go ahead into the concept of AWS. Okay, in AWS there are so many another modules are available. So if possible, I will try to include a few more modules, and if possible, which are not necessary. Right now, if you see the syllabus, there are so many modules are there. But if I think these modules are really necessary, definitely I'm going to include those modules into the new course. I don't want to upload that into the syllabus, but without you knowing, we are going to cover those modules also. Whenever it is necessary, definitely I am going to implement that module into your course. And basically, what are the concepts that we are going to cover in AWS means networking concepts like VPC, complete VPC concepts, and then compute concepts. Compute concepts in the sense you are going to get EC2 and load balancers, auto scaling groups like that. You are having so many different concepts related to the computing. We are going to cover all those things. Security concepts. Security. In security, we are going to discuss about WAF, Amazon Inspector, and then IAM and Active Directory, and there are some other concepts related to the security. We are going to cover all those things. And then storage. In storage, we are going to discuss about EBS, Elastic Block Storage, EFS, Elastic File Sharing, and FSX. Okay, file system extended. So this is only for the Windows operating system. And then we are going to discuss about S3, AWS backup, storage gateway. Okay, these are all the concepts that we are going to discuss in the storage. And when you're coming back to the next one, if I have to tell you about governance, in governance, we are going to discuss about CloudTrail and what was that CloudTrail and Cloud Tower. So these are all both the things that we are going to discuss. And then the Control Tower. Sorry, my fault. Control Tower and CloudTrail. These are all comes under the governance. Trail, Cloud Tower, Control Tower, CloudTrail, and AWS organizations. AWS orgs. So these are all the things that we are going to discuss in the governance. And then we will be discussing about workspace components. Okay, workspace components are also be an integral part of your AWS. And then we will be discussing about CloudWatch, monitoring tools like CloudWatch, Event Bridges. These are we are going to cover. And then Cloud Formation. And then serverless architecture. In serverless, we are going to discuss about Lambda, Auto3, and then API gateways, DynamoDB, SQS, SNS. These are all the topics that we are going to cover. And finally, we will be discussing about so that's what the AWS is going to cover. On paper, it is very, very small. But if I have to divide that into the modules, there is a huge concepts are there. So we need to cover all those concepts. We will be covering them. And then what we are going to discuss here, we will be going with the DevOps. Okay, in DevOps, there are so many tools that should be included. I don't want to make you the day one itself. I don't want to make you overwhelmed with the concepts. So these many number of concepts that we are going to learn. On chart, it will be those many number of concepts only. But when you are learning, those are very simple to learn. So we will be discussing about the Git and the GitHub. And then the second one will is Terraform, which is very important. And then you will be discussing about Ansible and what is that? Docker, Kubernetes, and then we will be discussing about Jenkins, Maven, SonarQube, Prometheus, and Grafana. So these are the complete tools that we are going to discuss. Here on paper, they might be looking like just an outline. But if you go inside that in Git itself, you are having so many different sections are there. In Terraform, again, you are having so many things that you need to learn. In Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, there are so many things are available. Sometimes I might be integrating AI tools also. That is not, I'm not going to tell you, I don't want to keep expectations for you that we are unexpected things may happen in the course in the middle of the course also unexpected things may happen, so be ready for that. And we are going to discuss about each and everything in a clear cut and very simpler manner so that it will be very easily understandable for you. And we can continue the course for 4 months, and the timings will be every day 4:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. depends on the topic. It may be varying up to 6 p.m. also. I cannot say that it will be only up to 5:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. every day, except Saturday and Sunday. Some days, for example, if when I'm giving training on DevOps for some tools like Kubernetes, Terraform, Jenkins, I might need to cover the weekends also. Some tools I might require to take the weekends. Whenever I am taking the weekends, definitely I will intimate you on that. Okay, so this is the concepts of your entire AWS and DevOps, which you are going to discuss. These are the modules only. I just gave you the modules, but if you see in detail, so there are several subtopics are available inside those modules, which we are going to cover in detail. Okay, so this is about the syllabus and duration. Any questions here? Any questions?
No, sir. The thing is Python, like I'm from what you call non-programming background. Like you said, like some basic Python you are going to teach, right?
Basic Python we are going to get trained on.
Okay.
I am
Like
also from
in
the non
future.
background.
Okay.
Okay, I am not a developer. I am not a programmer. I am not a tester. I am a system administrator from the beginning. I'm an electrical and
Okay.
electronics engineering graduated candidate. So right now I'm from past 14 years I am working into IT industry. Successful. I'm happy with whatever the position that I am right now, and I'm working with as a DevOps engineer with
Terrific.
a very limited amount of knowledge on programming. Okay, so I'm not saying that you definitely need to go through the programming, but basics of programming is necessary. That we will cover. I can take care of this Python script. You don't need to worry.
For developer, how many component is needed for AWS?
For developer, every component, AWS. For AWS, if you are interested, you can see as a developer. I won't say that if you are a developer, every component is necessary, but how you are going to deploy in the AWS, how the applications are working, definitely you need to go through all the components. So there
Okay.
are the components that are, so networking components are not necessary.
Yeah,
Security
correct.
components are not necessary.
Necessary.
Okay, governance are not necessary. But
Okay.
still, if you are interested in learning, this is a very good platform to learn. So we are going to cover either it might be a developer or it might be a system administrator or else it might be a cloud architect. Okay, associate architect level. We are going to put all the three positions in a single course. Okay, that is how the course was designed.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Shweta, you are saying something. I broke in middle.
No, sir. Like, I just want to verify, like, so if the person is not having any programming knowledge, how can they deal with this? And I know, like, from the persons, like, DevOps is also not a easy things. I have to put my efforts also to learn these things. So I'm just thinking all in all perspectives.
DevOps, yeah.
Yeah.
Here, one thing is I just want to say, I'm not forcing you to take the course, but one thing that I can say you here is DevOps is very simple concepts. These are that whatever the tools that you are learning, that you are about to learn, those are very simple components. But for outside, whatever the components that you are looking, it might look very odd and they might look very huge concepts. But once you get into the concepts, once we cleared out the concept, you will say that, okay, this is very simple. So we thought so much difficulties are there. That won't be that much difficulty. Very simply, we can cover all the concepts. You don't need to worry about that. Okay. DevOps
Okay.
is quite an easy thing, guys. DevOps is not as you are expecting that DevOps is very difficult. No, DevOps is very simple. But what you have to do here is day-to-day practices is necessary. I don't want to make you that, yes, definitely you have to learn these concepts. I don't want to say all these things. Every day, whatever the topic that we have covered, please go through the topic and complete the topic, prepare certain questions. Any which ways, I'm going to give you certain questions. But every day, it's your responsibility to complete the whatever the topic that we have covered today, please complete it by the end of the day, or else at least before attending to the tomorrow session, please complete it, so that you will have a clear picture what we are going to learn, what is happening. So if you don't do that, if you think that Saturday and Sunday we are having off, why I have to do this all configurations right away? We will do it on Saturday and Sunday. You will think like that. On Saturday and Sunday, you will get a work, or else a new maybe will be released, or else your friends might plan a new trip, you will go to that. So obviously you are going to skip the practice. When you skip the practice, that weekend, that total week topics and new week topics will be filling up your entire calendar. So at the end of the course, some people will say that, no, sir, I did not practice. No, sir, we are stuck here. I don't want that to be here. So every day to day, if you are trying to practice the concepts, definitely you will be able to get a very good job and you will be able to clear out all the certifications also. By completing this course, what are the certifications that you can clear out? The first one will be you can complete AWS. There are certifications related to AWS as AWS practitioner level. So that is related to AI is there and normal practitioner level is there, associate level. Sorry, what I can say, you will get some cost management, everything in the practitioner level certification. And the second certification is AWS associate level certification. So in associate level, you will be having three types of certifications. One is architect, associate architect, and the second one is developer, associate developer, and the third one will be associate system administrator. So by completing this course, among these three certifications, you can do any certification. Either it might be my choice is that you can clear out AWS architect associate level certification. Okay, and then the third one will be AWS professional. Under professional, you will be having AWS DevOps professional and AWS SysOps professional will be there. These are the two certifications. And the next one is AWS specializations. So as a AWS specializations, in AWS specializations, you will be having certifications like network specialization, ML specific specialization like machine learning, and then you are having certain things like security specializations. These are the multiple certifications that you are having in AWS. By completing this course, you can crack this certification, AWS associate level certification. Among that, you will be having three certifications. Any certification you can clear out. But I basically say that try to clear out AWS Solution Architect Associate level certification. That will be very easy for you. And then CKA, Certified Kubernetes Administrator certification, you can easily crack by completing this course. These are the two certifications globally you can complete, and as well as you are going to get a certificate from the DURGASOFT also. So that is what my my confirmation I can give you, like my assurance that I can give you, like what are the certifications that you can clear out. So this is about your AWS and DevOps. So GitHub Actions, we'll see. If there is a chance, definitely we'll see, but I am not giving you the assurance on that. Why? Because now itself the course is very complex. Okay, it has been very, very huge. So we need to check out if there is any feasibility related to it. Okay, so that's about the entire course. What is the flow that you are going to learn? So first of all, we are going to cover the Linux, AWS, DevOps, and DevOps second part. DevOps second part is nothing but the Kubernetes. So Kubernetes itself will take some 20-25 sessions, mostly 20 sessions. And then remaining DevOps will take some 30 to 35 sessions. Why? Because we need to cover the Git, we need to cover Terraform. Terraform alone will take some 10 sessions. And then Ansible will take 2 to 3 sessions, and Docker 7 sessions, 7 mostly. Okay, not 7 sessions. 1 hour of session means 7 sessions it is going to take. And then Jenkins will take some more like 4 to 5 sessions. Why? Because we have to discuss about basic Jenkins installation, backing up of Jenkins high availability configuration, and then we need to discuss about Jenkins plugins, and then Jenkins pipeline, multi-branch pipeline, and Blue Ocean plugin. And then we need to discuss about the shared libraries, environmental variables. These are all the concepts that we need to discuss in the Jenkins. So obviously it is going to take some 4 to 5 classes. And then Maven and SonarQube, it is just one class of concept. Okay, so whoever are having the Java code, so we can convert the Java code and build that into a jar file with the help of Maven. And SonarQube is helpful for you to do the code testing and code quality testing. This will be done. And Prometheus and Grafana for monitoring and visualization purpose. So these 3 tools we are going to cover within 3 to 4 sessions. But rest of the tools, whatever we are discussing over here, these are going to take a lot of time. So that's about your DevOps with AWS course, entire syllabus, and how we are going to crack the entire concepts over here. Okay. Am I clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Good. Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Thanks. Thanks for the confirmation. Now let's discuss about why we need to learn cloud. Anyways, DevOps is becoming an integral part. It is already became an integral part into the IT industry. Then why we need to learn cloud? Cloud is also becoming an integral part. Yes, that is true. But why? Why we need to learn cloud? For example, there are so many bikes in the market. I prefer to purchase Yamaha FZ or FZ. Why only that particular bike, or else whatever your favorite bike? Why you want to purchase only that particular bike? What is your expectations towards that? Or else, and coming back to this, why you need to learn cloud?
Ability
Why
and scalability for that. Faster development.
Faster development. Okay. Good. Any another answers?
Remote access also.
Remote access. Okay. Any other persons? Can anybody?
Sir,
any
no
another
need to
persons?
purchase any infrastructure.
No need to purchase infrastructure. That is very good.
Good.
So I got a couple of answers. Scalability. Scalability and rental basis. That is what you said, right, Deepak?
Yes, sir, rental basis.
Okay, rental basis. Any other answers? Okay, let me give you an example.
As per our requirement, we can.
Okay, we can select as per the requirement. Good. Let me give you a very simple example. How many of you watch this particular application? You will watch the movies, you will watch the web series. How many of you are using this particular application? What was that application?
Netflix, Amazon Primes.
What was that application? It's Netflix. Okay.
Okay.
So Netflix is using 100% of its application. Its applications are totally deployed in AWS.
AWS, correct.
complete 100% of Netflix applications are deployed in the AWS environment. Why Netflix has to trust AWS that much level? What is the necessity behind that? So the same question came to the Netflix engineers also. So what they have done there means the testing people, QA people, they have developed a special tool called as Chaos Monkey. They created a tool called as Chaos Monkey. What this is going to do? So if you want to run an application, what is your requirement? What you want? If you want to run an application, we need to have a server. So Netflix is also going to be deployed in the same servers. So there will be a server. Inside the server, the Netflix application is deployed. Let me make it as Netflix will be in red color, no? So this application is deployed in the server. Now, what the engineers has thought here is we want high scalability. So that what they have done here is they created multiple servers. Mostly high availability should be there. High availability is in the sense if one server is down, the application should be coming from the another server. Not only that, we need to have the what I can say load balancing mechanism also should be there. I don't want to put my entire load on a single server. I want to have the load balancing mechanism. So they created multiple servers. There are some, let us suppose think there are some 6 servers are there for the application login page like this. So whatever the Chaos Monkey is there, no, whatever the application they have created called as Chaos Monkey, what it is going to do, I will tell you. But one thing that you need to tell me, Netflix is going to be accessed globally. The people from Australia is going to access the Netflix application. The people from India will be accessing the Netflix application. The people from UK will be accessing the Netflix application. And the people from US will be accessing the Netflix application. Everyone, each and every country people will be accessing the Netflix application except some China or North Korea people. Okay, they have their own streaming platforms in which ways. So now across the world, everyone are using the Netflix. So now, which means that the application should be running 24/7. Why? Because now it's some 5 o'clock in my in IST, Indian Standard Time. It is 5 o'clock. For Australian people, it might be at night somewhere like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. For US people, it is very early in the morning, 4:30. For some another country, UK or also European countries, it might be somewhere like 9:30 in the morning. 5.5 hours difference is there, no? So somewhere like 9:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning. So now these Netflix servers will be, the application has to be accessed. It should be giving a response to each and every person who is accessing at any given point of time. So there will be load on the application. So at least some 1,000 members will be connecting to the application at this instant right now. Just for my assumption, I am thinking. So now what Chaos Monkey has done here is the Chaos Monkey has deleted a few servers of AWS from the AWS environment. So when it is deleting, only I am having 2 servers. Okay, right now, just assume there are only 2 servers. So when there are 2 servers, these 2 servers cannot hold the load which is coming from the outside. So now what AWS has done here is AWS is having a special feature called as auto scaling. Auto scaling mechanism is there with the AWS. So they thought that, okay, these many number of servers should be there, but unfortunately some servers has been deleted or terminated. So automatically it is going to scale up a few more servers. Scale up means it is going to add some more servers. And not only that, it is going to do the load balancing. And then the servers are extended across the availability zones. The servers will not be stored in a single location. It will be extended across the locations. So that is the reason why Netflix is going with the AWS environment. So why Netflix has selected? Because it is having auto scaling, it is having the load balancing, it is having multiple availability zones. So like that, the features of AWS are very, very high. So that's the reason. Not only AWS, you can take any cloud. Azure is also having the same configurations. So that's the reason why majorly 500 Fortune companies are using 80% of the 500 Fortune companies are using the cloud environment. especially 60 to 70% of the companies are using AWS environment. For example, what is the world's biggest, what I can say, space mission or a space organization that we are having?
NASA.
NASA. NASA is also using AWS. NASA is also using AWS for the data analytics for the Mars rover. So whatever the Mars rover that they have sent to the Mars, so that rover is going to send the data, and the data will be collected and transmitted into the AWS environment for the data analytics. So if you see, I am not telling you jokes and I am not telling you any lies here. NASA Mars rover AWS. So if you see,
Okay, sir. I got it. I got it. Sir.
fine. What is the role of AWS in NASA Mars rover? If you see here, so whatever the data, so AWS provides the cloud infrastructure and services for NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory to store and process the distributed massive amounts of data sent back by the Mars rovers like Perseverance. So this is how NASA is using the AWS. Not only that, whatever your day-to-day life, are you using PhonePe? PhonePe is using highest number of EC2 instances, AWS services only. Hotstar. So whenever you are watching IPL, so the server should be increased enormously, and whenever you are not using any Hotstar application, then the server should be reduced. So that increasing of the servers and reducing of the servers, auto scaling can be done. So Hotstar is also using AWS environment. So whatever the application that you take, minimum, at least for one feature, you are using the AWS environment itself. So that's why AWS has become one of the most used cloud technology for the for all the IT infrastructure. So that's why we are going with the AWS, and that's why we need the cloud environment. Why we need the cloud environment? If you are going with, we have deviated from a lot of topic, but coming back to the point, why we need to go for the cloud environment. So in your company, in your organization in the sense, in the on-prem environment, in your company, you will be having a server room where your physical server will be installed. Physical, what is meant by a physical server? Physical server. First of all, what is meant by a server? What is the difference between a server and a computer? What is the difference between a server and a computer? Sir, we are not kids. You are asking very, we have an experience of 10 years. It's okay. I too have an experience, but if I don't know what is the difference, then what is the use of 10 years of experience? Anyway, just coming back to the point, what is the main difference of server and a computer?
Server will be
Any-
having all complete data about the company and the applications.
Server will be having all data. Good.
Server used to process the request and content.
Okay, good. Any another people? If you want to try, you can try it out. Okay. Servers are like computers only. Servers are not different. What is a server? Anything that calculate is
Server is
called as a
provide the
computer.
data and service other computers.
Yeah, true. I accept that. Now let's get back to the point. So now what is meant by a server? What is meant by a computer? So server will be having huge amount of resources. Resources will be very high, like somewhere like 64 GB to 512 GB of RAM, and whatever the processor that you are using on the servers are differ from the processors that are using on the computer. Your computers are especially used by a single person, but servers are going to maintain, they will be responding back to the some thousands or lakhs of requests at a time. So which means that so many clients can connect to the servers. So a server is also a computing machine only. It is also a device which will respond to the user queries. But computer is a device which is having a minimum compatibility to talk to a single person. That's the main difference between server and a computer. So even server will have the processor, RAM, storage, networking capability, but compared to the computer, server is having some huge resources. That's the main difference. And it is going to respond to some thousands of people at a time, or else thousands of requests at a time. Now, For example, who is the developer here? For example, the developers who are there on my session, they developed an application. For example, they have developed an e-commerce application. There are the people who are from the Java background, and there are the people who are from the front-end background who are attending to the session, and there are the people who are from the testing background. So these candidates are more than enough to create an application. So for example, our students has coordinated with each other and they developed an e-commerce website. For example, streaming app or else DS streaming store. You have created that. So when you created that e-commerce website in the beginning itself, so after creating or else after writing the entire code and testing the code, what you are going to do, what we have to do, we need to install that application in a server. Okay. So now you need to understand one point. First and foremost thing here is, so whatever the application that you have created, that application will be deployed in the development server. This application will not be directly given to the production in the sense directly given to the customers. So if you see, for example, there is a bank, ICICIbank.com. So directly I'm able to access this application, which means that this is in the production level. But before this is available to me, available to the end customer, that application should be prepared by the developer. That application should be developed by the developers and that should be deployed in a server. Deployed means that should be installed inside a server. Now I have the server in which the application is deployed. So this is the server, development server, in which I have my application. Now when I am having this application, the testing people will do the testing. Either they will do the manual testing, unit testing, Selenium automation testing, and with the help of some tools called as JMeter. There are so many other tools are available. I don't know about that, but anyways, the testing people are going to do testing on that application. Once the application is okay to go for the production, they will give the permission to launch the application on the production environment. So now what is going to happen from this server, the application will be moved on to the production environment. So this is the development server and this is the production server. So, okay, this is fine. Now, initially, what will be the load on this application? Whether the load will be very high or else the load will be very less. For example, you installed a small shop. You created a small shop in our India, or else any business, you created a small business. From day one itself, the business will be running very, very smoothly and very, very profitably. Is it going to happen?
No.
No. In the same manner, when you create an application, whether the application from day one itself, there will be huge amount of load will be applied onto that application?
No.
No. So the huge amount of data will not be consumed and the huge amount of what I can say, the huge amount of requests will not be hit onto that application. The load will not be more. But if the application is serving as many number of customers, for example, let me ask you a very small question. From how many years you are using WhatsApp? From how many years you know about the WhatsApp? Or else, as per your understanding,
Pass from 5+ years.
5+ years. From when you know about WhatsApp? I'm asking everyone. It is not a technical question. It's a very simple question. From how many years you know about the WhatsApp?
So when I was in the college, like in 2017.
2017.
Complete
Good.
knowledge. Yeah, 2017. Yeah.
Any another people from when you know about WhatsApp? I'm asking everyone.
2014.
2014. Very good. I know about WhatsApp from 2012. Okay, 2014 at least. If one person know about WhatsApp. Yeah. Any another? Okay.
So 2017.
2017. But when WhatsApp was first introduced into the world? Do you know about that? In 2009, WhatsApp was introduced. But at the time of introducing WhatsApp, the WhatsApp was not that much, what I can say, that much available for all the customers, and that is not popular. But now, without WhatsApp, do we find any mobile phone? No. That much important has become the WhatsApp is. So what I want to tell you here is, whatever the application that you have created, initially you won't have heavy load on the application. But once the application is hit on the application is successful in its region, successful in the IT, then obviously it is lots and lots of people are going to access that application on a daily basis. So in the initial stages, you might require only a single server. Suddenly, if the load on that application is increased, in the on-premises environment, we need to increase the servers instantly. Is it possible to increase the servers instantly in the on-premises environment? Is it possible to increase the number of servers in the on-premises environment? Which means that increasing of the servers in the sense, for example, you are having a computer. Okay. Now, when you are having the computer is used to make certain work. But you got some another work which should not be handled by your computer. Your computer resources will not support that. Already some of the applications are running on that computer. If you still run certain applications, then the computer will be hanged out. So now what you have to do? Do you understand the question?
Yes, sir.
I will. Then what you have to do? You need to purchase another computer, or else you need to increase the server capacity. So
Yes.
instantly, is it possible for you to increase the computer capacity, or instantly is it possible for you to purchase the servers or computers? Instantly.
No, sir. No, sir. It's not possible. But a few minutes back, you has mentioned auto scaling.
That will come back to the
thing.
cloud environment. That is not included in the
Okay.
on-premises. We are discussing about office environment. If you have a server in the office environment, is it possible for you to instantly increase the number of servers?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. We have to select the server hardware. We have to select the operating system. We need to install the application. Lots of things are there which should be done. Automatic scaling will not be done in the on-premises environment. This is one of the things. And the second one is, I think Deepak has said this. In on-premises environment, you need to purchase the equipment. So you need to purchase the server, you need to get the networking devices, you need to get the hardware, you need to install the operating system, which is of costly. Everything you have to pay in advance. That is what I call it as upfront, all upfront. All upfront means everything you have to pay at a time in the advance itself. So which means that you are purchasing it. So it is not required. So why you want to purchase the servers every day? For example, if right now we are getting the Flipkart Big Billion Day sales is there. In the Flipkart Big Billion Day sales, I want more number. Flipkart requires more number of servers. Why? Because huge amount of people will be accessing the Flipkart application. So it requires more number of servers. Or else Amazon application, it requires more number of servers. For example, once that particular sale is completed, do we want those many number of servers? Let me ask you in a similar manner.
No, sir.
No, we don't require that. So we want bare minimum number of servers once the sale is completed. So in on-premises, we have to purchase the server. We don't have the rentals. Right now, we are getting some rental also, but going back to the point. So rental is not available. So like, yeah, so this is one of the point. And the next one is pay as you go method is also not available. What is this pay as you go method? Let me ask you in a simple, I will give you a simple example. For example, if you want a power connection to your home, a current connection or a power connection to your home, what you are going to do? Are you going to create the thermal power plant, or else any power plant beside your home and generate the power and connect it to your home? Is it going to happen like that?
No.
No. So what you are
No,
going
sir.
to do? What you will do then? You will go
We
to
use the UPS.
UPS, sir.
No.
You will
You
will go to
that switch.
No. Let
main
me
switch
complete this. You will go to whoever are the power distribution company is there, or else the state board power corporation is there. We will go to that and request for a meter. So they will install the meter in our home. Once they have installed a meter, power meter in our home, then we are going to connect that power to all our devices. So we will get the power. We will request for a power connection. So where power is generated? Power is generated somewhere in Genco, or else what I can say, there are so many power plants are there. From there we are going to get the power, but that is on the rental basis we are going to get. That is on pay as you go method. Pay as you go method in the sense, for example, you are having 2 fans and 2 lights. You will get somewhere like 300 to 400 rupees of bill per month. For example, in your home, if you are having 2 fans, two ACs, two systems, 2 computers, and more number of TVs, lights, fridge, washing machine, motor, like that. So for that particular house, you are going to expect, we can expect somewhere near to 3,000 to 5,000 rupees. It is not a stable cost, right? For example, there is a hut. The people who are living in a hut, they will get only some 100 to 200 rupees. Why? Because they will have a single bulb or 2 bulbs with a single fan. So if government says that it's a fixed rate for rich people and poor people, we are fixing this rate, that is 3,000 rupees you have to pay per month. People will accept that? They will throw stones on the politicians. In the same manner, here also, pay as you go method. Pay as you go method means how much amount of resources that you are creating, which means, for example, you create a single server and you run the server 24/7. So how much amount that is calculated, that they are going to, AWS is going to calculate for that. So this server will cost 4 rupees per hour. He used it for 24 hours, 4 into 24. Okay, so that is equal to 96 rupees, somewhere near to 100 rupees they are going to charge. And he has created another server or also another database. It will cost some $50 per month. So $50 means somewhere like near to 4,000 rupees. Yeah, 4,000 rupees. So that is how they are going to calculate. So depending on how much you are using, how much amount of resources that you are consuming, so they are going to charge for that. So that is called as pay as you go method. Okay, don't get offended. So yeah, anyways, the point is pay as you go method in the sense, what was that? You can use the resources as much as you want. You have to pay for that. Pay for what you use. That is what pay as you go method means. So these are the features that are provided by the AWS or else any cloud. So that's the reason. So auto scaling is available in AWS. And then you don't need to purchase each and everything. You can get it on rental basis. And the next one is pay as you go method is there. And not only that, so if you are having a server in your company, you must sit in your company. I will do work from home. It is not possible. So why? Because you have to connect to the server. The server connection should be private. So I cannot give you work from home. You have to come to the office and sit over there. But when you are working with the AWS environment, so if you are having a internet, then you can access your servers anywhere across the world. So how we are going to access, what are the feasibilities, what are the functionalities, what is the security that is provided by AWS, we will discuss in deep when we go into the concept. But as of now, that is the reason why majority number of the companies are switching their environment from the on-premises to the cloud environment. Access from anywhere, and then what is that? Scalability, high availability, and then what I can say, pay as you go method. So these are all the key features why each and every company. So if there is any problem with the data, that should be taken care by the AWS only. You don't need to involve into that. So everything will be taken care by your cloud service provider. So that's the reason major number of companies are shifting their environment from the on-premises to the cloud environment. Okay. So yeah, so that is why we need the cloud. And later, tomorrow onwards, from tomorrow, we will discuss about the basic Linux concepts. Now, I hope you understand why we need the cloud. So tomorrow onwards, we will start the Linux. So who has invented Linux, and then why this Linux was required. So who invented Linux, or else who developed Linux? Who developed Linux?
Larry Ellison.
Okay. The name itself is having the scientist name, but anyways, we'll discuss about that later. Okay, his name is Linus Torvald. So he is the person behind the creation of Linux kernel. What is meant by kernel? What is operating system? We'll discuss about all those things. Okay, from the basic. What is meant by an operating system? Anyways, we are going to close the session within a couple of minutes, but I have this curiosity to ask the student, what is meant by an operating system? Nobody knows about that. Ridiculous. What is meant by an operating system?
Operating system is software managed to the computer, hardware and software.
Hardware and software. Okay.
Between that
Operating system is an interface between user and your hardware.
user the computer physical components.
Okay. So we will discuss about that in detail in the next session, about the operating system, what is meant by kernel, what is meant by compiler. So how Linux was introduced, what are the different directory architecture of Linux operating system, and then we will go into the basic commands of Linux operating system. We will cover out all those things. Okay. So that's it from my end. If you have any further questions, you can ask me related to the course, related to whatever the doubts you are having, you can ask. Last 5 minutes.
So daily classes will be at 30 minutes, sir.
4:30 IST. Every day up to 4 months, 4:30 IST, the sessions will be there. 4:30 IST to 6 o'clock IST.
Okay. Like recording classes will be there, sir. If due to some emergency or
You will get the videos every day. You will get the documents related to each and every topic. You are going to get all of this.
So what about the lab and the practical?
Practical, we will do it on the session itself. You will get a video. You have to create your AWS account. You need to do the practice on that.
Okay.
Okay. Every day you will have the practical, guys. It is not like I'm going to discuss completely theory. Okay. We are going to do the practicals only. So my thinking is that so student who see what is going to happen in the back end will remember more than who listen to the topic. Okay. So that's my what I can say ideology behind this concepts. Whatever the concepts that I try, so I'll make sure that student will look after the concepts, will look after what is the functionality of even a single command. Okay. So if you look after that, then that will be very helpful. Okay. So I hope I made it very clear. So tomorrow we will meet and discuss about Linux. Tomorrow is the third and final demo session. Don't miss out that. And we'll start the Linux operating system, and then we will go ahead into the concept of we will try to create an AWS account. Okay. So I am already having some 5 to 10 accounts are there. I am not going to create it. Whoever doesn't have the AWS account, can you please tell me? Who doesn't have the AWS account? Okay. Good. So let's create that. To create an AWS account, you need to have a brand new in the sense you need to have a you need to have a credit card or debit card. Right now the policies with AWS account is totally changed. So you have to create an AWS account with the all new email ID, new credit or debit. New means you don't need to open a bank account, but you should not give that credit or debit card for creating another AWS account. Okay. So previously you should not create any AWS account with that card. Okay. You should be having a newly card for AWS. Okay. A new card for AWS. So that is what. And then mobile number. And yeah, so these are the things that we want. We'll see how we can create an AWS account, and you need to have, if Indians, PAN card should be required. PAN card front page photo is required. Okay, so right now the rules has been completely changed for creating the AWS account. So you need to upload the front page of, front side of the PAN card into the AWS when you are creating the AWS account. Right. So that is what requirements. So tomorrow we will discuss. Tomorrow we will try to create an AWS account for a student, and we will see what is going to happen. Okay. So have a nice day, and please keep a debit or credit card with you and a very new email ID. And if mobile number is also new, that would be great. Okay. So have a nice day, and we'll meet in the next session. Bye, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.